begin about a lot of exploring my neighborhood more and finding even more open green spaces to walk to. I went back to Finsbury Park, which is the really big park near me, and it was so much cooler than the first time I was there. It was snowing and I just couldn't really get a sense of anything past the immediate open green space that I saw. But when I went back, I realized that there's a place to kayak and multiple cafes, and it's a really cool place that I kind of envision myself spending a lot of time at in the coming months. I went to Gillespie Park, which is kind of a thin area that ends in this nature preserve kind of space. So it was really muddy the first time that I went, but I'm definitely gonna go back and see what is up with that a little bit more soon. My sense of direction has never been better in my life. I will catch myself writing things in my journal and I'll be like, oh, I walked southwest to like wherever. And it's been really cool because I am so directionally challenged in my everyday life, and this has given me a really good opportunity to orient myself in a new place where I can realize like how am I gonna walk there without using Google Maps. So I've gotten a lot better about knowing exactly where I'm at and being able to know that if I turn right and then right again, I will be going back to where I came from, that sort of thing, which is good. On that note, I walked really far west in my neighborhood that I hadn't done before, and kind of different streets that I hadn't been on yet, and I'm getting a really good idea of some shortcuts and just kind of how everything connects, which is exciting. So on Saturday, it was really nice out, and I decided to go back to central London for the first time since I have arrived this year. It was really cool just because, you know, those are the places that I associate with London in my mind, and it finally made me feel like I was here, if that makes any sort of sense. It was just so cool to see that in 4 years, not that much has changed in terms of the buildings and the spaces. I found myself walking by the same murals and, you know, the skate park by the river, and seeing everything from Tower Bridge to Big Ben to the Shard and the Globe, and even the Eye at this point is obviously such a huge popular thing. I walked by the river for miles, and it wasn't that different than walking around here, except that I finally kind of felt everything come together. It was like, that was what I'd been waiting for. I got to walk along London Bridge, which again made everything feel really full circle from this November, walking along the London Bridge that was brought over to like Havasu, that was just a couple minutes of a drive away when we were staying in Arizona for the month. And it made it feel like everything that I've been doing in the last couple months is finally really coming together, even though things look super different, obviously, than I would have envisioned 4 years ago. It's such a gift to even be here right now, and I don't know. It's been a really good week, and I can't wait to see what week 3 brings.